I said I'm a beginner. Which is to say that Matt Smith is not overly human because that man does not have any eyebrows. That's a kind of scary thought. You're gonna want to practice your 1,000-yard stare. We're robots, that's what we're doing. You can get a face protractor or something if you're really that worried about it. It may or may not be obvious by this point. I have an Android phone. Google is not as cool as Siri. Just as a thought. Hi YouTube, I'm coming to you today very scary and barefaced because I'm going to do a beginner's makeup look tutorial, which is not so much a tutorial for beginners, but a tutorial by a beginner. I'm bringing you a makeup look today inspired by Siri because our word or words of the day today are artificial intelligence. I'm going to start telling you about them while I apply my primer. I don't know of any Siris or any artificial intelligence cyborg type people who have dry and flaky skin. We're going to start with artificial because that's the first word in the phrase. The first use of the actual word artificial was about the 14th century. It was used in France to describe artificial day. Artificial day is the part of the day that has light on it. So not so much like a 24-hour period, however much time we have light outside. Artificial comes from artificialis, which is Latin in origin. We're going to be very, very good friends with the Latin meaning of or belonging to art, and then that kind of stems from artificium, meaning made by man. The next word is intelligence, which is Latin again. The original is intelligere, which stems from inter, meaning between, and legere, meaning to choose, pick out, or read. Artificial intelligence is different than being an NPC. Initially, intelligence didn't mean so much like smart or being intelligent as it did meaning discerning. So if you were intelligent, then you knew what was like hip and cool to know and read and that kind of thing. So moving on, we are going to apply my foundation. Artificial intelligence was first used together or coined as a term in 1956. The first actual origin of artificial intelligence was by Isaac Asimov, who published the book I, Robot, which you may recognize because it was made into a movie back in 2000-something, starring Will Smith. So that movie I, Robot was actually from a book that was published in 1950. Now that we have a good base, we're going to start on the actual cyborgy parts. After the book I, Robot was written by Isaac Asimov, the next person to kind of think about it was Alan Turing. He initially coined the Turing test, which is a test of a computer's ability to think or produce like a human. The Turing test consists of an interviewer in a kind of a blind study type thing, asking a computer and a human both the same questions and then determining which one was the computer and which one was human. The computer that passed the Turing test was chatbot Eugene Guzman. Humans are often unsettled with AI, which is why you will find most of the occurrences of AI in pop culture have been evil or killer AIs. Our first occurrence of an official AI in pop culture was HAL 9000, which was from the movie 2001: A Space Odyssey. We're going to move on to the actual look part of the situation. First thing I'm going to be doing is kind of lightening up my eyebrows because I have darker eyebrows because naturally I do not have weird gray tone hair because I want to make it less human. Usually the first thing you can do to reduce human traits is to remove eyebrows. So now they look like they're kind of the same color as my hair, which is neat. Now it's like it's my natural hair color. I look like an old lady. From old lady, we will evolve into further cyborg by putting a thin line. The next occurrence in pop culture of an official technical AI was in Terminator, and we all obviously know Schwarzenbot was our next AI. Artificial Intelligence, or AI, was a movie produced in 2001 starring Haley Joel Osment. The next thing is going to be to put more cyborgy parts. So I'm going to put a joint right here. Then go ahead and join that just below your ear on both sides. Boop. From a similar point on both circles, you're going to want to connect that to the corner of your mouth. And then with this, you're going to want to draw down from the corners of your mouth. So now you are very broken apart and kind of cyborgy. We're going to want to put in the actual kind of motherboard chip thing, which is going to be this whole cheek space right here. One of the biggest revelations, semi-recent revelations in computer was when, in 1997, a computer called Deep Blue created by IBM won against the reigning chess champion. Very similar to a more recent event that some of you may remember, Watson, who I think was another IBM creation, won at Jeopardy against the reigning champions there. And then that was in 2011, around the same time that Siri was produced. In 2012, Google was able to use a form of artificial intelligence to identify pictures of cats on the internet. We are filling in this part to kind of make it look more like a motherboard or a computer chip of some form. Okay, so now we are all colored in. Following that is an extremely long process in which I used Urban Decay's Heavy Metal eyeliner. It's essentially this kind of glittery gold color. You can use gold or silver. You essentially apply it in a computer chip fashion. And now I have computer chips filled in. The next thing I'm going to do is the only part that's super really inspired by Siri. Siri, as those of you will know with an iPhone, is the little microphone type thing that pops up. She colors in with a purple light, so that's what I'm going with for this particular look. We are going to use Kat Von D's Studded Lipstick in the color Wonder Child. Another cool thing about this kind of lipstick is that it smells like white chocolate or something, kind of like very similar, like a buttercream kind of smell. Super awesome to have on your lips all day long. I love this particular kind of lipstick. It's amazing. So there's that. Now that we've finished all of our super vibrant colors, I've got my Siri mouth and I've got my computer chips on my cheeks. I'm going to be adding in crazy insane highlights in some places. So I'm going to do that and you're going to watch me in fast forward. If you're wanting this to be a more wearable Halloween look, you're going to want to blend out the white a lot. Okay, so now we've gone in with our pencil and made ourselves kind of unrealistic looking. What we can do to be more shiny and cyborgy is go back in with high beam again and go over the white bits so then they're more shiny, and that even helps blend, like I say, if you're doing a more wearable Halloween type look. So there you have it. Now I am a crazy, kind of Siri inspired cyborg / artificial intelligence machine. So we're going to finish talking about artificial intelligence. Artificial and intelligence both have a base score of 15 in Scrabble, so if you use them together then you get 30 points total for our phrase of the day today. That is our first official beginner's makeup look tutorial, a makeup look tutorial by a beginner. Thanks for watching, and rate and subscribe, and if you thought I was stupid then tell me I was stupid so I know not to do this again. Thanks for watching, YouTube. Keep watching, keep subscribing, keep rating, keep voting. Give us more power. Give us more intelligence.